Hello everyone. Today I am going to provide you with an overview of MCX Crude Oil technical outlook for the period 12th of September to 16th of September. And prior to starting with the outlook for the coming week, first of all, we will try to review last week view and how things panned out. So last week, as on 5th of September, crude oil ended the week at 6967 and the technical outlook which we have mentioned was sell on rise on pullbacks towards 7600 and 8000 level, which was a strong resistance, expecting crude oil to test the supports of 6500 level, followed by 6000 on the lower end. And as we can see here on the charts, last week crude oil made a kind of bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame, indicating that the weakness is expected to continue. But at the same time, if we see this 6500 mark, it was a kind of crucial multi-month cluster support. And that's the reason we have mentioned that dip towards 6500 followed by 6000 levels can witness some kind of bounce back from the lower levels. The same was in the write-up. What we have mentioned last week that the bias continues to be range to down for the coming week below 7500 levels for the potential target of 6500 followed by 6000 on the lower end. Now if you see, actually last week, in line with the view, crude oil made exact low of 6500 mark and witnessed a bounce back, forming a kind of hammer from the lows at 6909 levels. Last week we have initiated a long strategy at around 6500 mark because that was a very crucial support. At the same time, the oscillators are indicating that things are overstressed on the lower end in crude oil. Thus, sustainability at a lower end will be difficult. There can be high volatility in the counter. Though the bias continues to be sell on rise, trading below 7800 to 8000 mark. On the lower end, 6500 mark followed by 6000 is a crucial and strong supports. So dip toward these levels can be looked for buying. On the flip side, move towards 7800 to 8000 mark can be looked for selling. So this remains the same outlook for the coming week. And as we have mentioned on the write-up also, but that the technical outlook for crude oil for the coming week will be ranged to pull back above 6500 mark with a resistance at 7800 to 7800 levels, which can be looked for contra trading short strategies, keeping strict stop loss over and above 8000 mark. The strategy which we have initiated last week, as on 8th of September, was a kind of bull spread when crude was trading at around 65.44 levels on 19th September future. We have recommended buying 15th of September crude oil 6500 call and selling of 7200 call for the same expiry. So as per the payoff diagram, we can see here that the bias was positive with a maximum risk of 14,000 per lot and the maximum gain of 56,000 per lot. The break even of this strategy was at around 6650 levels and the maximum gain would have been at around 7200 and higher levels. In line with the view, last week we saw that crude oil from the lows of 65.44 ended the week at 6909 mark, giving a profit of 17,300 per lot in this strategy. Though for the short-term traders, we have recommended partial profit taking at around 11,520 rupees per lot as on 9th of September. The positional view and outlook remains open for the higher levels. The other technical strategies which we have recommended in the last few weeks were one of gold, where we have recommended a bullish strategy. Previously, we have recommended strategies in gold, silver, and natural gas. The three strategies, natural gas and silver, still remains hold, while gold strategy has triggered the stop. In natural gas, we are generating a profit of around 61,875 per lot, which is close to its maximum profit. Thank you, friends, for your precious time. If you find our content relevant, then kindly get in touch with us with the queries and the reports which we are recommending on a weekly basis. You can contact us on the given email ID and the given contact numbers. Thank you very much.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.